welcome to Shine with Marilena Cortez and Mark Sedgwick.
Yes.
Today's topic is about embracing your disability and adapting to your situations or circumstances.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So today we're here joined by Tamer. Yep. Right now we're actually at University of Houston Clear Lake, which I go here, and I met Tamer here as well. Yep. So we'll continue talking about that. So the quote of the day is, "So many people have eyes, yet they still cannot see." So what does that mean to you, Tamer? Let's just start off the conversation with that.
Yes. Hello. My name is Tamer, and I'm here to just talk about my mission and my journey with being blind and adapting to my disability.
Yes.
So I have basically learned throughout the years how to live my life with my disability and not make that disability define me.
Yes.
I have learned how to overcome challenges and learn how to accommodate my disability so that I can, be independent in life.
Yeah.
So I learned how to basically do things in a different methods and basically finding ways that I can perform tasks that are inaccessible in an accessible way.
Yeah. So absolutely, I love that. So let's go ahead and start off with how we met, because that's what it was kind of
That's the story I wanted to hear.
Yes.
Because the day that Mark came in and said, "Mom, you're not going to believe I just met this amazing young man at the school."
Yeah.
I love the story, so I'm going to let you guys tell us the story how you guys met.
Yeah. So I'll start it off, and maybe you can add on to it. Okay.
Yes.
So I got out of class, and it was just a normal day. I ran to the bathroom, and a man was in the stall. Spoiler alert, it was Tamer. And I just used the bathroom, and I kind of saw something was a little different about him. The way he was kind of walking around, kind of the different way he was approaching things. Right, it's a little bit different. And I was like, huh. And then I'm aware. I try to be aware of my surroundings. So I looked at him, and I said, "Oh," and then I saw the cane, and you pulled it out, and then you went outside of the bathroom, and I said, "Oh man, I would love to talk to him. I haven't met many blind people. I'd love to talk to him and get some insight of what's life like for him, or what's his mindset on life, what's his approach, right?" Mm-hmm. So. And then I walked out in a hurry because I was washing my hands really quick, and I ran out hoping that I'd get an opportunity to talk to you. And then little did you know, there was a few people around us, including some of my classmates. Mm-hmm. And then you said, "Hey, anybody around?" And I saw the opportunity. I said, "Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for giving me that opportunity." I jumped on it. I said, yes, how can I help you, my friend? And then you said, "Hey, do you know where the statue is? And blah, 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 where the exit is?" I said, "Yes, I do know where that is. Follow me." And then so from there, I started the conversation. I said, "Hey," and then we just started talking, what do you do? What's your major here? You go here,
I want to know, how often did you ask for help and people just kind of stay quiet and don't do anything?
Usually I know where I'm going, but sometimes just because the building is basically similar on each side, it makes me kind of confused. That's why I try to ask some, people on the side, if I'm going the right way, because if not, I have to basically, just go around and
start
see.
over.
Exactly.
It's a maze.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering how many times that you've asked for help and nobody has come up and said something. Or maybe because, some people might feel like, "Oh, I don't know who he is. I don't know what he wants."
Yeah.
Well,
people that shy away from even offering help.
See, with that, I think I feel as if just because I'm kind of friendly and I come to people in a gentle way.
Here, be careful with the mic right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes others feel that I'm there. Not as an
equal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not as a threat.
A threat, correct.
Okay, well, that's good to hear
see.
because I've been teaching for like 24 years, and there's been instances where I hear a student saying they need help, and other kids will just continue to play, or they will ignore him, and they're like, "Oh, he needs to, get
He'll figure it out.
Somebody else needs to help him.
Somebody else will help him.
And
right,
I'm going to ask kids, hey, he just asked for help and you guys didn't offer help.
Well,
so I'm wondering how it goes in the world outside of the
it's for me, it's just because I try to have a positive attitude and I come in maybe a
kind manner, maybe?
Kind manner, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It makes it much easier to other people to respond to me.
And a lot easier for them to
Correct.
Well, I was
to be
excited.
open to helping you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was excited and I was proud of Mark for reaching out quickly.
Right.
But I think it started to happen since he saw you, before a few minutes before.
Right.
And he's like, I learned a big lesson. It's like when I want to ask or I want to invite somebody or I want to shake somebody's hand and introduce myself, I need to just take advantage of that and not wait, because that second chance may never show up.
Yeah.
You could have disappeared and he never saw you again.
Exactly.
And now you guys became friends.
Right.
Here we are at the Shine Podcast. We are so honored and so happy that you are joining us today.
Of course.
Yes.
Our
topic is about, just also embracing who you are and adapt to whatever challenges
that life brings,
or new adventures and new challenges that life is bringing to you.
Yeah.
So I don't let anything get in my way. I try to find solutions to everything that I try, that face me that is challenging. It's challenging. So if something that is not accessible for me, I have my resources. I can go out and figure out how I can make that thing work for me.
Yes, like something that fascinated me. I don't mean to cut you off. It fascinated me so much. Just regarding you talking about you use the resources like your cell phone.
Exactly.
That fascinated me. I wanted to know more. How do you use the cell phone? How do you do all that? Right? It's just so cool.
Again, basically, I use an iPhone. So the iPhone has a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver.
Yes.
Basically, it's a feature. You go into settings. You go to accessibility, and it's just a toggle.
Yes.
From there, VoiceOver would turn on, and from there, I'm able to, reliably, access the whole features of the phone.
And you could text me. He could text me. He was texting me. I said, I'm gonna test this out. So I texted him, regarding the podcast and everything.
Right.
And he messaged me back. I was like, oh man, like this is beautiful. Like he doesn't let these circumstances overcome him. He overcomes them.
Exactly.
Right?
Is this an app you have to put on your phone?
No, it's a built-in setting that you just turn on, and basically it would announce everything on the screen.
Yeah.
Wow.
However, I have to learn how to navigate the screen using that feature.
Yeah.
Yes.
And throughout the years, I have mastered it. So. That's how
I like that. He has mastered
confidence.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah, confident abilities.
And that's how I was able to overcome that challenge. I just put every effort into learning it, and from there, I'm able to use my phone in an accessible way.
Yeah, and like you were telling me a little bit earlier, that maybe you did have to ask some people, okay, so what's going on the screen right now, but then you memorized it and you mastered the phone.
I just use muscle memory. That's how I do everything on the phone.
Yes.
I know like every corner of the phone.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And then once you click something, what's next, right? So anyways, I want to talk about that the whole never giving up, that mindset that you have ingrained, and I want to know, where does that come from, or who does that come from?
It's basically, I have come from Palestine. It's a country where in the Middle East where it's it's where the war was basically taking place. From my childhood, I have always wanted to, find out like what I can do to get more strong.
Mentally or physically or both?
Both.
Okay.
I wanted to just explore the world around me.
Yeah.
I was like involved in learning the map around the world. I was involved into playing football.
Sports,
Exactly, because back home they played soccer. I know here in America they play football.
Yeah.
So I was very intrigued about learning such a thing.
Yeah.
Now, that brings me to a question. So you were in
Palestine.
Palestine.
Yeah, Palestine.
And then when did you come to the U.S.?
So I came in 2002.
2002.
When you were 9 years old, you were
Correct.
telling me, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So basically, I came suddenly. I did not know that I'm going to come here. I came just because I became sick over there, and we were under invasions from the Jewish army.
Oh.
So it was a time that was very stressful, and basically we were, nobody was able to travel. So somehow my mom, me and my mom and my younger sister flew here to Houston, where my dad was already here. He has a business.
Okay.
And from there, I went to MD Anderson Hospital, and I got in a coma that lasted for a month and a half.
Wow.
The doctors did not know what was wrong with me, but I was in that coma, and they discovered that I had leukemia. So, and also the doctors told my parents that I'm not going to survive, but I did.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
basically,
You're a miracle. You're a miracle.
That's exactly what I said when we had this conversation a little
Right.
earlier today. I said,
Correct.
man, that's a beautiful miracle that you're even
Exactly.
here,
Yes.
and basically during the coma, as I said, they discovered I had leukemia.
Yeah.
That was very difficult to treat. And basically I had a hemorrhage in my brain that caused my optic nerve to bust.
Okay.
So in the end, after 3 years, I was cured from the leukemia, but in the same time, it did affect my optic nerve. So that's why I can't see.
Yes.
Wow. And you took that experience and it didn't... Were you depressed at any point in time?
No, I did
or how
not.
did you just snap out and say,
So the way it happened, so after I woke up from the coma, it feels as if I wasn't aware of what's happening.
Oh, wow.
And I guess that really helped me to figure out, what happened in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
And because of that, I realized that I was missing something. And I guess by time I realized what was going on, and really my family are the ones who assisted me to get back on my feet and, realize what I need to do to become independent.
How beautiful that you had the support of your family.
Correct.
I always say, like parents can make or break the child.
Exactly.
When we see our kids suffer, that's just like probably one of the toughest things. Because I've had cancer and I've battled cancer, but I still, I'll suffer more when I see my kids going through something tough.
Correct.
It's like, doesn't even compare.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as if my parents were basically my gift.
Your gift.
To surviving.
Yes.
And thanks also to MD Anderson, who made it possible for me to, try to relive my life again and be able to, basically accomplish my dreams I had as a child.
Yes,
Yeah, and
I want to say that I take a moment to say thank you to all the people who are studying medicine, doctors, nurses,
Yep.
who physical therapists, who are there learning, spending so many years studying and learning the body, learning to understand how to help, human beings and how to push them to go. You never give up and give the tools they need to continue to function on this world.
To live their life.
To live a life. So I want to say thank you to all the medical field
Absolutely.
expertise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to also say thank you to them.
Yes. So another thing we were talking about earlier was, not feeling, you don't want people to feel sorry for people with disabilities, right? And so to expand on that, how do you want people to treat people with disabilities or adaptations that they have to overcome?
So in these days, I feel as if everybody has maybe something that is wrong with
shortcomings,
them.
maybe.
Exactly.
Is a good word.
Yes. I'm sorry if I said it in a harsh way. But,
No, but it's true. I like it. I like the way.
Gotta embrace it, right?
Exactly. I feel as if disability should be viewed as accessibility, a way to fix that issue and not make it seem as a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? And again, by learning, resources and learning how to adapt to things, it made me feel as if everything can be accomplished, even if it's not impossible, or if
it is impossible.
If it's impossible.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just have that determination that I can do everything that I have my mindset onto.
Yes, and you can do anything that somebody with sight can do. And that's what he told me when we were walking out of that door. That I was like, whoa, this guy is different.
Right.
This guy is unique, very special guy. Very special mindset.
As I was telling you about Wes Gray, how blind people, can also play sports such as baseball.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the West Gray Recreational Center over there in Montrose. Again, I also want to say a shout out to all of our friends at the Recreational Center over there.
Right.
We've had a couple of people on the podcast.
Yes, people that we love that have inspired us as well. And we just found out that he also participates over there. I want to say hello to Nina, to Miss Tina Williams. We hope you get to join us as well one day here.
Yep.
But powerful group of people over there, just powerful.
Exactly.
The moment you walk in, you feel that energy. You feel charged.
Right.
I used to love, the few times I did go over there, I used to love going there because I would leave with just new energy and new inspiration.
Right.
I got to play wheelchair rugby on a wheelchair with the guys, and they beat me because I did not know how to, go fast enough on the wheelchair. And I never forget. I'm like, I gotta go back because now I also have a little bit of a disability because after cancer, I got cut from my lymph nodes, and so I don't have the same strength. So I'm like, I gotta go over there. I gotta go practice, and so this is a challenge. So
yeah, I think it's motivating. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's motivating to be in an environment. Just meeting you was motivating. Just seeing that determination in your heart, and just say, I could do anything that you can do.
You have to believe in yourself. Believe in the abilities you have. So because you have to have that mindset that everything can be achievable.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, and of course you want a worthy cause, right? You don't want to just achieve something that's not going to bring something beautiful into this world, right? Like your mission of I want to help people. I want to help people's mindset. I want to help people in whatever way I can. Right now you're helping people. People are going to watch this and they're going to say, "Wow, a blind man has that mindset. What am I doing sitting here on the couch with full of capabilities?"
So
right?
Get up, go practice a sport. Follow your dreams. Follow
your dreams.
Write down some things. Like I went and did a bucket list.
Same here.
Like I'm checking off things I want to do, things I want to see, places I want to see, and then people I want to interview too. Because now that we have the podcast, we're like dreaming big, and my next goal is to interview Jimmy Wayne, the young man that I met at a teachers conference that we played his song "Shine."
That's our intro song. Yeah,
so,
I don't know if you heard it. Yeah.
So those are like I started to add people that I want to meet, people that I want to interview because they have inspired me as well, whether it was through a song or through a story.
Exactly.
And here you are. Little did you know that you were going to inspire us, and we just love that you allowed us to be part of this, part of your life, because now we're going to be friends forever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, please, you can count on us with anything that we can help you with.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much.
And we just love to hear more about you. So you were mentioning about your story when you came here and after you, overcame all those challenges in the hospital.
Right.
What was the first thing you wanted to do as this young man who has so much energy and probably a lot of ideas? What was the first thing you wanted to do?
It's basically just because I basically saw that my brother and my sister were going through school. I wanted to mimic that. Finish high school. Go to college the same way they did, and be able to graduate and get a job. And that's what I worked on. However, I did have some challenges along the way that I had to overcome as well. it's just a feeling that you are equal as your peers and your family as well. It's a sense of pride to make your parents feel that you're equal.
Yes.
And because of that, I showed my whole family and friends that I'm able to really accomplish anything that I put my mind into.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And I know that as, parents, we love to see our kids succeed, excel, and shine bright in the world. And you're doing that right now.
And one more thing I want to add to that, succeed and all this stuff. I achieved so much, Mom. Look at that. No, but don't forget about the happiness, right? I think that's the biggest thing as a parent. I'm not even a parent, but I just know the most beautiful thing for a parent to see is their kid to be happy. I know that when you see me happy, it's like a light goes off in you, and I know
that's
that.
all we care about, seeing you happy. Yes.
And also learning all those blindness skills, like mobility with a cane or reading Braille.
Yeah.
That really took time, but in the end, it was very worth it.
Yes.
Because I'm able to connect to the world in a different way.
Yes.
But in the same way, it was very, very, very helpful.
Yes. And you just brought up something to my attention, whatever it is in life that we're going through, whether it's blindness, whether it's, a tough time at home or, whatever it is. I think the biggest thing is to be the best version of yourself.
Correct.
If you lose your sight, then be the best you can be. Learn the skills that you need to necessary, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Do your best every single day. Okay, maybe I don't have legs. Maybe, the wheelchair athletes don't have, maybe some of them don't have legs, or they don't have, the spine is altered, so they can't move their arms as well. But what can I do now? To shine my light, to be happy, to be truly fulfilled, right? Ask yourself these questions. I ask myself every day, what can I do? I'm capable right now, so what can I do? Maybe my life will be taken away tomorrow.
Right.
But today, what can I do?
Exactly. Yeah. It's all about the moment.
Live every day.
Exactly. Just be as just be in the moment. Just enjoy every minute of it, and
do your best.
Do your best, exactly.
Yeah.
And also, if something did not work, don't give up.
Yeah.
Continue on working on it, and in the end, it would be a success.
And what helped you to not get discouraged? Maybe it was your family, right? That's a big thing.
Yep.
Anything else that maybe helped you along your way?
Again, it's family. It's the fact I saw my my siblings are excelling as well.
Yeah, your people around you were shining.
Yep.
Yeah. So that motivated you.
That did not make me give up. That made me even continue and just go up those mountains.
It pushed you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some people might be crippled. Oh, I'm blind.
No.
My brothers and sisters are not.
That's not me, and I encourage everyone that hear this podcast, please don't do that, because it's bad.
Do not give up. Yeah, so as we were saying, that you didn't. Another thing that helped you was your kind heart. You have a kind heart, so people are way more willing to help you out.
Exactly.
Right? They're way more open.
They're more open, and they're more gregarious. You feel as if people would like to come and help you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good word.
It's not where I'm scaring people off.
Yes. Yeah, and maybe if you had that sense of inferior mindset or something like that, then people would be like, oh, I don't want to hurt him. He's frail. But you have that attitude of, just because I'm blind doesn't mean I'm not capable. Would you mind assisting me? I'm open. I'm not ashamed of my disability. Yep. You're embracing it, right? Exactly. It goes back to that.
And I mean, it goes back to the example where you were, you approached me the first day.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Absolutely.
It's so beautiful. I love it. I'm so glad that we're talking about this topic, because we mentioned at the beginning of the show, there's so many people that have eyes. They can see, but they don't really admire, take time to really look at the details around you, the nature, beautiful spaces.
True.
There's people that have legs, but they never get up to exercise or enjoy a walk, walk at the beach, There's people that have arms, and they don't take time to write
Or give somebody a massage.
Give somebody a massage.
Right? Share the love, right? I love it.
Give somebody a hug.
Yes, absolutely.
That's one of my friends. He doesn't have arms, and he's like, I love hugs. Give me a hug. I cannot give you a hug, but come give me a hug, and I feel like I can connect with you and give you a hug.
Exactly, yeah.
So I always think, like, don't sit around and waste your time. Every day, like Tamara was saying, it's an opportunity. It's a new beginning for you to, enjoy life, learn something new, and at the same time, admire your surroundings and be grateful for that day and the things you have.
Right.
Yes.
And we don't do that enough. We're always complaining on Facebook, social media. People seem to focus more on the negative. Complain. Oh, my poor me, But I want to encourage everyone to focus more on the good and learn what can you do to enjoy this day today.
Right.
So, yes, and not only enjoy each and every single day, but remember, we have these capabilities now. So if, maybe, like I said, tomorrow we may not.
Right.
So let that be a reminder to you.
Exactly.
While you still have these capabilities, get fired up. Feel that in your heart.
Exactly.
Let's keep it going, right?
Right.
Don't give up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can tell you one thing that I love about my independence is the fact that I can improve to myself, that I can, reach the mountains and be able to just, do everything and be equal to everyone. And actually, one song that really describes that is the song by Katy Perry called "Fireworks." I feel like fireworks. I feel as if I'm shining. I feel as if I don't give up.
Yeah,
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I just got this new energy. I want to go conquer the world.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And hopefully this has inspired you guys to feel the same way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and you are reaching mountains, and you're gonna get probably. You know what? Let's challenge. Let's go and climb some mountains.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Like physically,
Yes.
let's go.
Yeah.
You want to climb a mountain with us?
I'll do Mount Everest.
Oh, hold on now. That's crazy.
But
Yes.
I wanted to start with the small mountain, like here around.
Like a small hill close by or something.
I feel in Austin or something.
Just kidding.
I've gone on a motorcycle rides in Austin, and it's pretty hilly. So I was thinking, hey, let's go climb one of those.
Right.
Let's start small, baby steps, because a lot of times it's good to dream big.
Exactly.
But let's start with baby steps.
Yes. Yep.
So
one more thing I want to touch on is earlier we were talking. You said know your weaknesses, right? So I think that's a huge thing.
Right.
To be self-aware, right, about what's going on in your heart. Not only physical disabilities, but mental ones and ones that are in your soul, in your heart. Maybe you were abused as a kid, or whatever. Maybe you were bullied or something along those lines, where it's kind of like a hole in your game, as mixed martial artists say, right? It's a hole in your your fighting game, right? So just realizing those things, right? Don't you think it's super important to recognize those things?
Yes.
Do you have any things you want to talk about that?
So again, those weaknesses, you have to realize what you have to work on and make a plan from there and follow that plan.
Yes.
And one way that I was able to accomplish that is by sitting down, having maybe a Word document open.
Okay.
Typing down what those things are. And
your weaknesses?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
And day by day, you go through that list and figure out what you did accomplish.
Yes.
And from there, at the end, you'll feel so proud when you check all those off.
Yes. Yeah. So that's your homework, my friends. Create a plan, create a to-do list, create a list of maybe the holes in your game or things you want to improve on, right? It doesn't have to be, I'm blind, so I have to go. No, it can be anything. It can be minuscule things, right? Like I want to be better at talking to people, having a conversation.
And, the way I started this is by doing it in Braille and having the check boxes.
Yes.
And each day I would just check off that, that sign and, just every week I'll make a new one. But, when I learned technology, I learned how to do it with Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
And doing it that way.
Learning little by little, day by day,
Exactly.
right?
And that takes us to also discover the power of print. Discover the power of thinking on paper. I teach that to the kids in schools. Discover the power of thinking on paper, because guess what? We have all those answers within.
Exactly.
We just have to put them down.
Yep.
You're doing it on a computer.
Correct.
You can, whatever nowadays kids prefer a computer or a laptop.
Exactly.
Instead of
and
paper.
I do want to say that the way I do it now, it's helpful just because it's tactile. It's basically for me to be able to describe it by touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why it's very helpful for me to be able to go through that goal list and check off those things that I've done.
Because it's physical. It's physically there.
Exactly.
It's not just in your mind. You're putting your thoughts into the world.
Exactly. Yep.
Right? And it's kind of like the wealth triggers I was telling you about, or those stimulating objects or things that you may see or you may feel, because you feel, and that's what reminds you. Exactly. But I created this thing, my album, or not my album, the song cover. It says "Light to Shine," and it's a picture of me, veering off it. But every time I see it, it reminds me, I got to go shine my light today. Every time I see it, every morning I see it.
It's
a reminder.
It's a tactile representation, just because it reminds you of what you need to do.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yes.
So maybe you want to stop and think, what would be one thing that you need to put in your house, around you, close to in your room, your bathroom, or in the kitchen, whatever you spend a lot of time in your house at. What would you put out there? Would you create blow up a photo, or
create a piece of art?
Create a piece of art.
Yes.
Like we have it all. We have from wooden words around the house to art, to signs, to my journals. I just gave the kids a journal recently, because we need different things at home. In my house, we do need that variety of things to stimulate us and keep us moving and stay focused, and also be grateful each and every day for what we have.
Yes.
Because the moment you stop being grateful, that's when you don't even appreciate the things around you, so you stop doing things.
Yes. And one more thing I wanted to add to your list is to share it with your friends. Talk about it, right? Expand, bounce the ideas between each other. Y'all can sharpen each other and enjoy, there's nothing better in life than to bring your people with you and to create a team. That's a beautiful thing. All right, Tamara, any final messages that you want to share with the Shine Podcast audience?
Yes. My message to all of you is to basically realize what you need to accomplish in life and plan on how you're going to achieve that.
Yes.
And by doing that, you are able to figure out what you need to do in your life.
Absolutely.
And basically, by doing that, you are helping yourself and helping everyone around you.
To shine brighter and to do their best every day, right? Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's how people can basically appreciate you as well.
Yeah, because you're doing your part, and you're trying to inspire them to do their part as well.
So, Mark, what's your last thoughts for the show?
Yeah, well, my last thoughts are just kind of to expand on his thought, is to just go on the search, realize what you want to do. It's going to be every day after day. It's going to take many days. Luckily, God gave us the chance to have hopefully a long life where we can learn a lot over the days, right? It's not all in one day that you're going to be successful and happy and fulfilled. No, you got to watch a lot of Shine Podcast episodes, right? No, you got to go to school. You got to try things. You got to experience life to become self-aware. Yes. So go on the search, my friends, and find what you want to do. And pursue those things. Yes, what I want to say is learn to embrace those moments of temporary moments of difficulty that sometimes we are hit with. Learn to celebrate them as well, because a lot of times those temporary moments in our lives that are sometimes make us feel like, oh my God, this is the end of the world, could be your opportunity. Your opportunity. I'm going to say that one more time. To shine bright and turn that into that negative moment into a positive, which is what you've done. And I congratulate you and applaud you. And I'm so happy to the universe and to God that my son got to meet you.
Awesome.
And we are honored to know you.
Yep.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
And to a great friendship, we just met recently, but
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I can't wait for our journey to
Me
come.
Me too. Yep.
It'll be great, my man.
So shine bright, no matter what your situation is right now. Let that light within you be the light that's going to light that road until you get to the end of your purpose in life. And never give up.
Never stop.
Thank you guys for joining us, Shine Podcast with Maria and Mark, and see you soon.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Take
up.
care, my friends, and leave us a comment if you have any questions for him. He'll answer them. Take care.
Course. Yeah, take care.
Lift your spirit up and shine.
Okay, so we're going to start off with a little bit of Q&A here. I just wanted to ask you a few questions. So first question is, what do your dreams consist of when you go to bed?
Possibly like how to be better in life.
Okay.
Maybe like winning the lottery.
Okay. Really? Okay,
yeah.
nice.
And usually when I dream about that, I dream about dollar bills.
Huh. Wow. You want money, huh? Is money a big motivation for you?
Not really.
No?
I try to inspire people rather than doing something for money.
For monetary purpose. Absolutely. And I kind of feel that too. I love that. Money is a tool, right?
It's a tool, yeah.
But it's not the end goal in any way. The end goal is to use the money maybe as a tool to create bigger dreams and to impact more people because you have that tool, right?
And also, like for me, it's about making a difference. It's about doing something good in the world, and not take it as a I don't want to do something for money and be.
It's kind of a selfish purpose.
Correct.
Maybe.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be selfish. Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. All right. So question number 2: what attracts you to someone?
It's the voice.
The voice. Okay. And and would you say maybe what about their voice, or maybe so by voice do you mean the way they communicate?
So for me, the way I understand people is by their voice inflection. The way you feel, like the way they talk to you, and you feel as if you're, eased. At ease. You get what I'm saying?
You find peace a little bit with the calmness of their voice, the tone, the loving vibrations maybe that they put off to you. Yeah, I love that. Absolutely, I totally agree with that too.
It's not about what you see, but it's about you feel like how genuine they are by hearing their voice.
Yes, absolutely. And I think you can't hide who you are when
you can tell if they're lying or not, even with like hearing their voice.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You and especially as maybe one sense goes, another sense becomes more aware.
Aware. Yeah.
Yeah, and that goes back to, people they can see, but it doesn't mean they can appreciate everything, right? Just because they have eyes doesn't mean they can see, right? Because maybe that sense is dulled.
Correct.
They're not really aware and appreciating the things around them that they're really seeing because they don't have that appreciation of, wow, I can see. Maybe one day I can lose this sight, right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next question. What is your life mission in the end? Like when it boils down to it, and maybe one or two sentences, what is your life mission?
So I've talked about this a couple of times, maybe on scholarship applications.
Okay, nice.
It's about maybe, back then it was from 5 to 10 years. I wanted to open a company that would employ all blind people.
Okay.
And basically it's going to be like a big company that would possibly decrease the amount of blind people that are not working.
So give them opportunity.
Exactly.
I have felt that a lot because, and luckily now I have an opportunity to work in a wonderful environment. But getting out of high school and going into college, like where am I going to work? I want to work in a beautiful environment. And I kind of have the same dream of providing that opportunity for people.
And I don't know if you know this or not. 70% of blind people are not working.
Wow. No, I did not know that.
No.
Yes.
And it's just a feeling that came to me once I, heard about that. I wanted to basically provide my abilities to, shine, make it shine. Those one people that need employment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, giving them an opportunity to shine.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Okay, another question. What brings you? Okay, actually, I'm gonna ask you the negative one first, and then I'll ask you the positive one. And it doesn't have to be negative. You can take the negative into a positive, right?
Of course.
That's the power of an optimistic mind.
Exactly.
Okay, so what do you wish you can do the most now that you have this adaptation you have to overcome? What do you wish you had the most? Or it could be anything else. What do you wish you had?
Maybe to be like invisible, where I can be a helping engine for everyone.
Like being a helping hand without any credit. You just want to help people.
Right.
Maybe like be that angel for somebody.
Exactly. Yep.
I love that, my man. That's a beautiful answer.
Yeah, because you don't know what people go through. It's just.
Yeah.
I just want to be that somebody that can help those people.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So they don't have to suffer. So they don't have to, just to let them know somebody's with them, helping them.
Right.
Maybe people just need people sometimes, good people in their life, and it can totally change their life around.
Exactly.
Right. So that's another thing, and I want to. Hopefully, this inspires you guys to be that light for somebody in your life.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So one more question here. What brings you the most joy in life? The most joy, like when you do this thing, or when you're around these people, or it could be a person, place, or thing.
Possibly.
Or a feeling.
Okay, so I don't know if I said that before on the podcast or not. I work for Apple.
Oh no, you did not tell me this. No.
So I do work for Apple, and I work inside a retail store.
Okay.
And possibly like when I show a feature to customers that they don't know, they don't know what that feature is. It's just like a light shining in their brain.
Yeah.
They feel as if how can this person do this?
Enlighten me with this.
Correct.
Yeah, and you kind of shared a little piece of knowledge that might be able to help them down their line.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
I see that every day when I work, and I'm so thankful that I'm able to, share that knowledge with them.
Yeah. And have the opportunity to share.
And make them leave with that smile on their face.
Yeah. I love that, man. Very unselfish of you to have that in mind.
Right.
I love that. All right.
It's just something that I strive to do every time I'm on that shift, or I'm on my shift, I should say.
Yeah. Hopefully this inspires you guys as well to do the same, right?
Right.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Yep.
I'm shaking your hand again.
Yes, sir.
Once again, I think this was
so
a great
much.
podcast, my
Of
friend.
course,
I think we did great.
Yes, sir.
All right.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Lift your spirit up.